Hello, and a good morning to you. I hope that everybody's doing okay. Man, that's a big picture here. Whew, that's a little too much. It looks a little blurry too. Maybe I'm moving too fast or it's too close. Oh, who knows? Oh, I don't know. At any rate, though, good morning to you. I hope that everybody is doing absolutely wonderfully today. I know that I am having a wonderful OnPassive day. It's actually gorgeous around here, and I am still stoked and riding high on what happened with the webinar the other day on Tuesday with Mr. Mufareh. And I really hope that you were able, if you were able, that you saw that webinar Tuesday with our CEO, Mr. Mufareh. I mean, my brain was, man, it was a bit numb afterwards, and I tried to get to bed a little later, after that, and I finally got up about 11:30, and I was reeling for all the things that I saw and the comprehensivity, if that's a word, the comprehensiveness of everything that I saw, all finally coalescing and coming together into a total business solution, as Mr. Mufareh had said, But I got back up, and so some of you may have gotten emails at dark 30, but be that as it may, as evidenced by the information that was given on Tuesday in that webinar by Mr. Mufareh, OnPassive is going to change our lives and our future, and that is no exaggeration. And it's no exaggeration to say that OnPassive actually works on our behalf, on our business, harder than we do. I mean, 24/7, 7 days a week, 366 days a year, as Mohammed had indicated, that they don't sleep, and they work very, very hard for us on our business. So we want to certainly thank them for that and let them know that we appreciate everything that they're doing. Now, Mr. Mufareh also said something very interesting. At least I thought that it was very interesting, because he said there are, quote, hundreds of soldiers working for us also. Now, whether he was talking metaphorically or not is well, I don't suppose it matters either way. I mean, I've got my suspicions about what he really meant by that, and I'm certainly not going to be talking about that here. But I do have no doubt at all that this OnPassive, the platform and everything that we're doing with it, is much, much bigger and much, much more connected to anything that we ever thought that it was, and probably what we think right now. So to be very, very sure, there are a lot of leaders that are completely committed to the work that we're doing and committed to OnPassive that take this very, very seriously, and they're giving of themselves, right? And to make this all better for all of us, worldwide. So here's a shot over the bow, if you will. If you're a media type and you're disparaging who or what OnPassive is, you really need to knock it off, because it's not acceptable any longer. It's not a safe thing for you to do. And heaven forbid, if you're a founder that's not putting out the right message and you're not doing things the right way, you're standing in a good chance of being eliminated, right? Of being either suspended or just completely deleted from the archives of OnPassive. So I don't mean that as any kind of a threat. Absolutely not. I'm just saying, look out for your own future and the future of your families, because mark my words, you're going to see the founder number going down, because the founders that are hurting the company are going to be booted out on their ear. So keep this in mind too, that there are no new founders being registered, simply because we closed that door back June 22nd of this year. June 23rd from here on out is OnPassive Founders Independence Day, because that day marks the first day that we actually went from an open recruiting community to a very closed community. And we are a very unique community, and that is for in perpetuity. It's forever, right? So the number of OnPassive founders is only going to go down, because we're going to be getting rid of some of these troublemakers. So having said that, Mr. Mufareh also mentioned some things about the teams. He said that the design team of OnPassive, which is obviously in Hyderabad, and some of the other offices and things like that. You know, they've got the Dubai, and they've got Singapore and Bank. They've got a lot of other places, but primarily in Dubai, he was talking about the design team that's growing with amazing progress. And 3 of the staff there were actually rewarded for their efforts, and, you know, with cash and iPhones, as he's done previously with some of us and a lot of them as well. So a great big shout out goes to them of congratulations. They're doing an excellent, excellent job. And I know I do, and can speak for the rest of the founders when I say, you know what, good on you. God bless you. May you be blessed in what you're doing and find excellence in the progress you're making, because we appreciate you working on our future. Thank you. Now, Ash also talked a little bit about some terminology, some new ones. Now, he came up with a CUA. It's a Certified Usability Analyst, or it's also called a Usability Specialist. Now, there's a company out there called HFI that actually certifies this type of analyst, and I know there's at least almost 7,500 of them in the world, just alone through that one company. But usability analysts belong to a relatively new field in the IT sector that works with making sure the navigation between integrated websites, right, that they talk to each other smoothly and easily. And a usability specialist is also called a usability analyst or a UX researcher. Now, UX is just it's an acronym for user experience. They shorten it up, UX, user experience researcher. And these folks ensure that products, including the software applications, meet usability and user need requirements, right? In many cases, a person in this field also works to ensure that the products are enjoyable. So it's not just making sure they talk together, but making sure that they're enjoyable to the customers and they're fun to use. And you know that Mr. Mufareh is all about practicality. He's all about things being fresh and fun and easy to use, right? So usability analysts develop user stories and scenarios through things like task analysis, mapping processes and input from users, as well as being able to evaluate user interactions and conduct, usability studies. They present findings, all sorts of stuff. So there are also usability consultants and usability engineers. So I would have no doubt believing that once we're certified, then some of these folks are going to go on to be consultants, as well as, you know, the top dog, which we call engineers. And it's also good to know that OnPassive is going to be certified in this before the end of this month, September 2022. So life is getting moving for us. We're doing a whole lot of other things. He also talked about how we're still continuing to hire. As a matter of fact, over the last couple of weeks, they've hired at least a half a dozen PhD level inventors and engineers and really brainiac type people that are going to help to push our premier products and inventions and technology and such. And so that we're clear, we're also one of the premier AI companies that where everything within the company is run through AI. The operational flow is actually run through AI. Every detail of all of our operations are run and automated through AI. So that is very, very cool. I mean, we are cutting edge technology. We are at the top of the heap, so to speak. Now, Mr. Mufareh also talked about a whiteboard, an AI whiteboard specifically, right? Now, we've developed the first AI whiteboard. It's fully developed. Now, I know that the camera, well, I call them the camera company because years ago when I was living in Spain, I had a Ricoh camera that was very, very nice. But Ricoh and IBM have been working on their own, you know, whiteboard, AI whiteboard. They have a little different name for it. They call it the cognitive board. But if you're not sure what this is, just imagine a whiteboard that takes notes when you talk, and it can add comments from other people in the meeting as well. Does it all on its own, right? It's an interactive, rather, whiteboard. I mean, it interacts. It's got AI in it, so it's really smart, and it learns, and it's interactive, and it's driven by AI, and that puts the cognitive power, so to speak, right there in your meeting, right there in the same room, and it's almost like the person that takes the meeting notes and puts them up on the board and does all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's really kind of cool. So I could see these whiteboards being a very integral part of IoT, and I have no problem at all understanding that IoT is going to be huge in OnPassive, and OnPassive is going to be fully integrated into and helping to the evolution of IoT as we move forward as a company. So the people in the meeting with these whiteboards, and even people that may join remotely, you know, via a conference call or something, they can actually control what's on the whiteboard, the board, with voice commands and such. So, you know, I mean, think about this. Even if there's a team, like a breakout session, or you have a sidebar going on in the same room, that whiteboard can actually capture that kind of a conversation, that sidebar conversation, and put that up too. Now, I thought about that for a minute, and I thought, wow, I've been in some of those sidebar conversations, and I'm not sure if that's a good idea. That could be a little bit dangerous given the direction that some of those conversations go. But anyway, you understand what I'm talking about with the technology. It is going to be an up and coming thing, and everybody's going to want it, and it's going to be developed in a very big way. So now, Mr. Mufareh also mentioned the OnPassive business solution, the OBS, which is he described it, I think, as the OnPassive AI dashboard. Now, this is similar to what we've got with OFounders. However, the dashboard, this OBS, is going to be extremely comprehensive, and it's only for OnPassive, which means that it's going to be a lot more comprehensive than what we've got in OFounders. And once we log onto that, then the whole digital ecosystem, the entire digital world or universe, if you will, is going to open up to us from that point, because we're going to have access to everything within OnPassive from that dashboard. So we're looking forward to that happening and that showing up. There was also some confusion, I think. Now this is just Jeffrey, but I think there was some confusion about how fast things are going to be happening and where we're going to have time to do it, and it seemed a little confusing. So let me reassure you, there is a method to the madness, and everything that OnPassive has done, is doing, and will do is by design. Okay, this is not something that it was thought of in a broom closet and brought out to the light of day with a hope that it was going to work. No, it has been code, calculation, and it has been moved forward, and it's got the heart, and it's got humanity in it, and it's got the greater good in it, and it's all by design. And so what we're going to end up seeing are stair steps to getting us where we're going to go. And while I'm at that, please go. If you did not see OnPassive 360 yesterday, check it out. I'll put the link in the description box below. But Mr. Mufareh showed up, and let me tell you, again, he just lays out things the way it's very understandable. There's some good information in there that you need to have about us moving forward and how things are going to work. He talked a little bit about various subjects, some of which he touched on that we touched on Tuesday's webinar. So go back there and check them out. Give them a thumbs up. If you're not subscribing to that, subscribe to it. That is a premier point of touching, or a touch point for founders to get good information as we move forward. And as we do move forward, understanding that there is no more founder registrations going on, Mr. Mufareh can now open up and give us more information. He can explain to us with greater detail, and he can kind of talk less in metaphor or in code, if you will. I know we make fun of him a little bit about that, but he's a little more open, and he can address a few more things with greater clarity for us. So make sure that you see the corporate webinars. Check out the 360s. Check out the other links for the YouTube people that are putting stuff out. Now, something just as a note for what we can expect, you know, in the next several weeks, right, in the next 60 to 90 days, the world is going to see marketing carried out, man, at a global level. I mean, by OnPassive, which is soon to be the greatest company on the planet, right? We're going to have events on at least 4 continents. We're going to see some very massive branding. There's going to be marketing. I mean, galore, probably starting in India with paid advertising campaigns. We can expect to see top publications there, right, in India, featuring OnPassive. There's going to be a lot more campaigns in major publications across probably, you know, the top 28 or 30 states there as well. It'd be hard to say. I know that it's going to be global. It's going to touch every sector. So there's going to be a lot of campaigns going on, not to mention, you know, infomercials, right? I mean, there's just going to be a lot of mass media happening. We're also going to see a lot more OBLESS project opened up in India as they expand that there. And again, as Mr. Mufareh says, I feel like that's really going to bless other folks and act as an inspiration to other nations, which Mr. Mufareh has in previous webinars indicated that I think he said at least 4 more offices were going to be opening up. So that's going to be a blessing to the world as well. As we move forward into the next 90 days and all that branding, all that marketing, all those campaigns that are going to be happening, we are also going to be having several products that are coming out in the next few weeks. And he talked earlier, Mr. Mufareh talked about 9 products August, 3 more by the end of September. Those products, as far as I know, it's my understanding they are complete. And there was one question on my YouTube. You said, hey, you know, he said they were supposed to be released. How come they're not out? Well, let me give you my take on that release. Is that release doesn't mean they're open to the public. It means that they are over market value. They are satisfied. They are happy with the value and the content and the functionality, the sophistication of these products, and they are parked and waiting rather to go into a marketing queue, which is about to happen. Now, that's Jeffrey's point of view. But Mr. Mufareh the other day, he did say that these products that we're looking at, he said there several of them are already there. They are complete. They are there, and they're parked. Parked was his word. They're parked, waiting to go in marketing queue. So just kind of throwing that out there. The first 3 products that we got coming out are going to be free. The 4th one is a paid product, or they may roll out together. I don't know if it'll go one, then another, then another. That would seem to me to be the way to do it, so that we can ramp up and scale it, and then we add to it, ramp up and scale and add to it. But the first 3 coming out, we're going to be having OMail, OTrim, and ONet. Those will be free. They will be blockbusters, and they will bring in people by the millions. And then obviously we're going to have OConnect, which is a paid product that will also be coming out. And all of these things that we see, right? All of the marketing, the branding, all of the campaigns that are happening, these products that are going to be rolled out, everything happening at the Burj, right, in Dubai, everything happening in the offices, all of these things are going to culminate into and go up to a creme de la creme, I guess, you know, the biggie of them all for right now. And that is the FIFA World Cup, right? Qatar 2022, the World Cup, of which OnPassive is a proud sponsor. I have put the webinar, not the webinar, excuse me, the video to that in the description box, or perhaps right here you can see that. There's a 1-minute video saying, hey, we're a proud sponsor of the Qatar 2022 World Cup. And let me tell you, that is going to be seen by half of the globe. It's going to be seen by 4-5 billion people. There's going to be 64 events. You're going to see OnPassive all over the place. And that is really going to be a flagship event for us. Now, adding to that, Mr. Mufareh also indicated that we're going to have some sort of an announcement for a mega event. Now, you may remember a while back, he said there's going to be a mega event. It's going to be happening, and it's going to be an event of celebration of completion. And this is going to mark a finale and a beginning of a new period for OnPassive. So I hope that you really stay in tune. I hope you're excited. I am telling you, the other day on that webinar. You may have seen me. I mean, I had my nose right up to the screen. I'm going to have to get one of those big screens like Dr. Bill has got. But the comprehensiveness is what floored me. The sheer enormity of what we've got going on here is absolutely mind-boggling. So I'm hoping that you're getting excited. I'm hoping that you are all getting active, and we're going to need to be putting our best foot forward and get out there and get energetic. You know, I've got to say something here too. For those folks, we've been saying a long time, for those folks that really don't know how to market and they don't have a YouTube and they're not big on trying to do something with social media, the very fact that you are liking and you are subscribing and that you are commenting and that you are using the products and that you are engaged means that you're an active participant and you will be pulled right along with the crowd. You will be rewarded. I was marveling at Mr. Mufareh the other day when he said, you know what, you're going to have an engagement reward, so to speak. And we know who these people are. And I try to lift you up. I mean, I answer everybody on I try to, some may have gotten past, but I try to give everybody a comment when they comment on my YouTube. And I'm telling you, a lot of you guys are faithful and you love OnPassive and you are there and you are commenting and you are supporting us in big ways. So thank you so much for that. Please continue to be active, get engaged. Things are going to ramp up. It's going to start moving faster. And Mr. Mufareh is going to be letting us know as these things roll out. And you're going to see some more visibility with him. So he's going to be coming to the forefront as well and supporting founders, supporting leaders. So let's all get active. Let's get engaged, put our best foot forward, and get ready to be in the best shape of our lives. I want to thank you so very much for this. I certainly appreciate that. I see here that it looks like we've got some people on here that are, let me look at this and see what do we have. So I'm going to see if there's any questions. I don't do this very often, but you know what? I'm doing this for simplicity for me, because it's very time consuming to do videos, do the PowerPoints, you know, write stuff out and then marry it all together. It's just time consuming. And I'm so excited now. And I've got so many things going on. And I hope you're a part of that. I hope that you will get engaged, that you'll go to these channels, that you'll look at these videos, these webinars, these interviews that people are putting out, these leaders from all over the country. I mean, you've got some phenomenal leaders that are doing some phenomenal things. And if you'll get out there and get engaged, it will come back to you in spades. Okay, it's going to come back to you. When you put that good thing out, you put that encouragement out there, it's going to come back to you full fold. So I certainly appreciate that. Yeah, Yvonne, I agree. Disloyalty is like standing in quicksand. It's not going to do you a bit of good. And the more you are reflecting non-loyal activity, the more you're just going to kind of sink into mediocrity, and sooner or later you're going to get probably buried by your own stuff. So I certainly appreciate that. Hello, Masood and Yvonne, and what's Miles? Hi there, man. Good to see you here too. I'm looking for any kind of questions. I appreciate that. Hi, Kathy, John. Man, you guys, there's a lot of people here. Yeah, okay. Cutting edge stuff. Absolutely, Yvonne. Absolutely. Man, Victoria, hey, hello, out of Germany. Loving it, man. This is great stuff. Rupa, hi, good day. Hey, I appreciate all you guys that are here. Every one of you, I appreciate your comments and encouragement on YouTube so much. So good. I mean, you guys are such a blessing. And you know what? When you do that sort of thing, you're really encouraging the leaders and you're helping us to feel better and good about taking the time to get this stuff out. So please like and subscribe to the leader channels, those channels that are putting good content out there. You know, get on those and get active. We certainly appreciate that. Gutaria, hey there. It's good to see you here today as well, and I appreciate that very, very much. And later this morning, I'll be talking with Renata. We're going to be doing a product together, and she'll be putting that out. Tomorrow, I'll be with Sushanta with his group, and let's see. Yesterday I was with the young lady in India. I am so sorry. I just Nagma, beautiful smile. Oh, lovely, lovely. She's energetic, and I love her too. So, but and you're going to see a lot of other folks doing a lot of other things, and things are going to start happening. Things are going to be ramping up. So, really, just get engaged. Let people know who you are, where you're at, what you're doing. You know, go into the back office, check out the ONET post back there. Make sure you check out the updates. Just get engaged. We are on a fast track now. We are really getting going. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Avi. Kisan, it's good to see you. Thank you. And the more activity that you have and the more that you're doing, the more you're going to be lifted by all this and you're going to be carried along. If you haven't seen the 360, go back and see that from yesterday. If they've posted, I haven't seen it posted back there, but I didn't look this morning. If you haven't seen or didn't get the chance to see the webinar from Tuesday, I hope they post it. But I mean, if they don't, you lost out. I know that there were a lot of us, you know, 10,000 or more that stayed almost a full 6 hours, and just wow, what a blessing that was. And it really fed a lot of us with some answers and clarity. And I certainly appreciate that. But if that's back there and you have time, please go back there and see that. Hey, Kathy, good to see you. I appreciate you being here. You too, Chandan. Aline, hi. You know, one of these days we're going to get you on. You're going to have to interpret for me, and we're going to have to do some fun stuff. I certainly appreciate that. And I appreciate you, Aline, everything that you do for the founders and especially for the deaf community, you know, the hearing impaired community that we certainly do appreciate. And I was so glad to see the auto text to speech going on, you know, on the webinar the other day. I think that's an absolute blessing. And thank you again, Mr. Mufareh, for all that you do for being able to give access to that platform to some of these leaders that they can farm it out as they see fit. We certainly appreciate that. Hi, Terry. Good to see you as well. Namal, hello again. It's good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Emmanuel, nice. Man, you guys are rolling along here. All right. I'm not sure how long I've been on, probably 20 minutes or so. Oh my gosh, it's been almost 30 minutes. I'm so sorry. Didn't mean to take this much time. I hope that you have a wonderful afternoon, a great OnPassive day. Make it a good one. It's up to you to do it. Put the good stuff out, bring the good stuff back, and let's keep rolling and get ready to be in the best shape of our lives. Thank you so very much, and have a blessed day. And just know that whatever you're doing, we wish only blessings and blessings for you, for your family, and for your entire future. Thank you.